Hello, everyone out there. Welcome to The Conscious Perspective by Kahari Dixon. Thank you for tuning in to The Conscious Perspective. I am your host, Kahari Dixon. This week, I take you to Diversity Road, the road to solidarity. Overcast gray skies and rainfall from above doesn't put a damper on this day. Although it is gray outside, colorful signs line Beacon Road. In the beginning of the street, two signs which identify the Bay Area Unitarian Universalist Church and Clear Lake Islamic Center neighbor each other, not only neighbors physically, but neighbors in faith. As we embark on this dreary day, I wanted to ask some of the members, why are they outside? And we first come across
Jeff Boxell. I'm the Service and Justice Ministry Lead here at Bay Area Unitarian Universalist Church.
So I said to Jeff, it's cold, it's raining. Why are you out here today? Please give us your reason.
To show the community that we're all neighbors, man. We gotta love everyone, zero exceptions.
As in particular, we see a lot of hate drawn to the Muslim community. So I asked Jeff, why the hatred towards the Muslim community?
Well, I think you're catching a lot of backlash from social media and from certain news sites that feel threatened. And I think a lot of it is. There is a significant Christian privilege in this country, and they have a huge swath of land carved out for them. So I think that you're seeing a sense of change. And you know how some people don't like change.
Definitely.
People educate themselves. Do a study, you know. Mm-hmm. Compare the Bibles. Compare Christianity to Islam. You know, a lot of overlap, as there is with most religions. So
tolerance is it. Definitely.
Tolerance is it.
Thank
you. And acceptance, not just tolerance. Let's go the extra step. Let's accept.
I really found myself in awe of such a great answer to my question. So after Jeff answered that one, I asked him if he could prescribe a cure for this disease.
Work on extending your circle of friends, getting out and engaging in different groups. Yeah. Absolutely. We're very known for that here in the Unitarian Universalist Church. So, and we create these groups just for that.
As the intensity of the rain starts to pick up, we walk down Beacon Road, and I run into a fellow,
Conrad Wells.
He has been a member since 2015. So I ask him, what's his reason for being here on this cold, rainy day?
Well, we're here to support our neighbors from the Islamic Center. We believe very strongly in religious diversity and freedom and cultural diversity, and we just wanted to let them know that we're here for them.
So I asked Conrad, why do you think this negative perception is coming out?
I think it's unfortunately pretty clear in the media and some media streams that they're explicitly felt not welcome, and a small minority of a very small minority of a very small minority shouldn't, unfortunately, makes the whole look bad, and that shouldn't be that way.
We thank Conrad for his time as we still continue to walk down Beacon Road. We run into
Reverend Bruce Beisner, and I am the minister here at Bay Area Unitarian Universalist Church.
We wanted to get a deeper perspective why his community felt the need to organize this event 2 years in a row.
Well, we're out here today because we support our Muslim neighbors. We think that Clear Lake and Houston and Texas are better places because there's religious diversity, because there are Jews and Christians and Muslims and Unitarian Universalists. And unfortunately, we hear a lot of the people that are in leadership positions around our country and in Austin and other places saying that, that we should be afraid of people that believe differently than we do. And we know better than that. The people from the Clear Lake Islamic Center are our friends. We've gotten to know them. We work together on projects together. They're good people. And we want to make sure that they know that we're here to support them and to make sure that discrimination based on religious belief is not part of what we do here in America.
So I elaborated with Pastor Bruce and asked him, where does he think this negative perception about Muslims and immigrants are coming from?
Well, I think it's really unfortunate that so many people know so little about Islam. It's one of the world's great religious faiths, and I think people assume that that we have a lot less in common than we really do, and so part of it is about educating people that they don't need to be afraid and that they really should just get to know folks, because what really matters is when you get to know other people.
Throughout this all, I thank Pastor Bruce for his time. I asked him what was the remedy, and then a voice from the crowd.
I'm Nancy Schwartz. I'm the sisterhood president of Temple Beth Tikva, a Jewish temple here in the area.
She really wanted to give me the remedy of all this hatred that's out in the media. So her answer was,
well, we can form groups to sit and discuss and talk and learn more about each other. We have formed sisterhood interfaith groups with other women from other churches, and we sit and talk and learn about each other. And what we've learned is that we're more in common than we are different, and our faiths are more in common. We share more beliefs than we ever thought we did, and we've all become great friends.
As supporters drive by and blow their horns in solidarity, it's time for the Jummah Prayer, which is our Friday prayer. We catch up to a young medical student by the name of Abdullah Sheikh, and here's his first impression about what he saw.
That our neighborhood church is always been just a great supporter of us, but the fact that it's raining outside, it's not fun, but there's like 1,500 people outside with signs showing, love thy neighbor, we're all, immigrants make America great, stuff like that. As an immigrant myself, that really warmed my heart.
So I asked Abdullah, from the point of view of his community, what is the remedy for all the rhetoric that's happening in the media?
I feel that what Muslims really just need to do is engage their community more than just coming to the masjid and then praying and then leaving at most. It's more about just talking to people who aren't Muslim, just showing them that you're a regular person. The whole reason we're demonized is because people don't see us as regular people. They see us as terrorists, as whatever they see us as. They don't think of it, hey, this is just another person who has a job, who has kids, who has a family, who cares about that, who loves this country, and just wants to be a positive contributor to society. The only way you're going to do that is if you engage people who don't know Muslims.
Through this demonstration of support from the Bay Area Unitarian Universalist Church, I asked Abdullah what is his lasting memory from this support rally.
I would say that we cannot possibly thank you for all the support you've shown, not just today, but over the years. And more importantly, that it shows that despite the people who are running our government or who are constantly attacking, Muslims, immigrants, whatever, that there are a lot of people in America who recognize, who are logical, who are rational, who recognize that immigrants play a great part in this country, that Muslims are not terrorists, that Muslims, they're positive contributors to society. And, after being harassed in the media all day, it really just kind of restores your faith in humanity.
As the crowd thins out, after the prayer has come to an end, we catch up with
Ashma Kanani Musa, and I'm a board member here at Clear Lake Islamic Center.
Describe this scene as you pulled in for your Friday prayer.
It was raining and kind of cloudy, and I see all these colors, and the first thing I felt was this emotional kind of thing in my heart. I'm like, wow, they went out of their way, no matter, the weather is bad, they're still out there, and there's some beautiful messages. It really touched my heart in a very soft way.
Does these type of demonstrations make you feel more American?
Absolutely. I feel like we're coming more together. I've never seen United States coming together as like now. Actually, it's brought out a lot of good and a lot of positive and unity between good people. Wherever you are, making sure that you do take the time to acknowledge people, to understand them, and you let them know who you are and just show them the love and kindness. I think starting with that will make a huge impact.
As the day wears down, we catch up with one of the longest tenured members.
Muhammad Hussein with the Clear Lake Islamic Center.
I wanted to pick his brain and ask him about American values, and if I had an opportunity to give a message to the Bay Area Unitarian Universalist Church from the Clear Lake Islamic Center, what would that message be?
As an American, one of our values as patriots, as Americans, is that we value humanity and human dignity, and that's what I felt that my neighbors communicated to me. I think that every person needs to live by these values. So every individual should try their best to implement this value in their life and in their everyday interaction with other human beings. Over the last month, there's been a rise in anti-Semitism along with Islamophobia in the United States. And so perhaps we should get together and push back against all forms of hate. So every human being, should implement these values of just being a human, individually. But in times when we need to come together, we need to come together and give a unified message to rebuke hatred. Honestly, there's a lot that I want to express, but I'm not quite finding the words. But the words that I think would most encompass what I want to express to them is, we love you. And I mean that. Your action today made me feel a sense of love towards you. And so I thank you for showing your compassion towards us. And I want to let you know that we love you and that you have, I can speak for myself, you have my word as an individual that your concerns are my concerns. And if you communicate your concerns to me, you have my promise that I will do what I can to be a good neighbor.
And I want to thank everyone out there for tuning in to The Conscious Perspective by Kahari Dixon. I'm a photographer in Houston, Texas, specializing in portraits and events. Follow me on Instagram at Kahari Dixon Photographer, or if you have any questions for me, I'm on Twitter, Kahari Dixon. Thank you again for listening to The Conscious Perspective by Kahari Dixon.